So, we need to see more shapes, and I think as we do more of these, we're going to kind of get into how this stuff is working. Because it was a triangle, I took 360 degrees and I divided it by 3 to figure out how many degrees in each turn. If I had a 4-sided shape, what do you think I would divide 360 by?
Take a lucky guess.
4. What about an 8-sided shape? Divide by? Start with 360, divide by, I think that's 8 fingers you're holding up. Yes. So, in general, what we do for any polygon that we're rotating, any regular polygon that we're rotating, to find the degrees in one turn, what we need to do is 360 degrees divided by the number of sides, or the number of vertices, or anything like that. But any number of sides might be easier to count. I am going to make a chart like I did for the triangle, but the chart's going to be a little bit more involved than just 2 rows. It's going to have more rows. And then that chart will be the key to everything that we do with these problems. To find the degrees in one turn, we're going to take 360 divided by the number of sides. So let's turn the page, please. And do me a favor, remind me what that is. What is that thing? Yeah. Sorry. Yep. To find the degrees in one turn, our rule says we'll do 360 divided by the number of sides. Anyone still need another moment? Okay, next. Kiro, I think you said it. Pentagon, 5 sides. I want to find the degrees in one turn. We're on page 138. I'm going to divide 360 by 5, and you're going to go do that on your calculator. Then you're going to just wait till we get an answer from someone. 360 divided by 5. Kiro, 72, and just to be extra good, I should say 72, not degrees Fahrenheit, just degrees. 72 degrees. Do you see where I got 72 degrees from? I'm now going to make a chart. Before I even try to do these problems, I'm going to make a chart that will give me all the information I need. Number of turns and degrees. And I already know that in one turn, it's 72 degrees. So we're going to start our chart with that one. One turn is 72 degrees. How would you figure out the degrees in 2 turns? Tyler? 72 times 2, perfect. Can you do that and let me know what it is? Sure. Okay, Tyler will get another one. 144 degrees. How about 3 turns? What are you going to do? You know what? There's 2 ways we can do this. I actually think the easier way is what Sharyar just said. Let's just keep adding 72 every time. If you don't want to do that, though, you could do 72 times 3. And then 72 times 4 for the next, and keep going like that. Either way, what are we going to get for 3? 216 degrees, okay. Do it again. 4 turns. One more time. 288 degrees. Do I have to do another one? What would it be if I did 5? 360, which isn't helpful because it's like you spin it all the way around and you're back to where you started. So that's not going to be important. We never have to go up to, it's not wrong if you include it, it's just not going to be necessary to go up to the whole number of sides. We'll go one less than that. This chart now is going to be the key to all the questions we do. We're going to do like 1 or 2 together. You'll do others on your own. I want to know G, where G ends up after 72 degree rotation clockwise. 72-degree rotation is how many turns? 1, according to the chart. 1 turn. Clockwise, so I'm at G. Should I go towards H or should I go towards F? H. And you know what? Honestly, if you forget, you're always welcome during a quiz to stand up and take a look at the hands on the clock and see what direction they're moving. But it's going to put you where H is. We'll do B, you'll do C. Letter, do you see what I did to get H? We will do B. You will do C. Letter B, Nevaeh, how many turns am I going to make? 3 turns. And Nevaeh, should you go towards the E or should you go towards the H if I'm going counterclockwise? The H, good. Okay, I need you to go 1, 2, 3 turns. Where are you? I'm thinking F. 1, 2, 3. I think you just did 2. It's going to put us where F is. Go do letter C, and don't go on after that. Just letter C. I hope you've already figured out we're making 4 turns with this. Yeah, that chart's really important for these problems. Well, then that chart's not going to be helpful. Elena, any ideas about C? Okay, so 288 degrees, we're going to make 4 turns. And I'm told we're doing it clockwise. So I'm starting at H, I'm going to go 4 turns. Should I go towards D or towards G if I'm doing it clockwise? D. D is the clockwise direction. Can you go make 4 turns clockwise and tell me where we end up? I'm starting at H. I'm going towards D. Can't be C. There is no C. Elena's saying G. Will's saying E. Okay, I'm here at H. I'm going 4 turns. Will changes his mind. He agrees with Elena now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm liking Elena's answer of G. We're going to say G for that one. Do the rest of you say G? We're going to do D. You're going to do E. I want you to now give me the rotations, and there are going to be 2 answers for this. I find it easiest to start with turns and then turn that into degrees. I want E to become H. Here's E, here's H. Let's go clockwise first. Anna Julia, how many turns will it take for E to end up where H is? If we go this way? 3. I'm going to say 3 turns clockwise. I'll turn that into degrees in a moment. Ana Luisa? Yes, can you sign out an E-Hall pass? Tyler, how about if I go the other direction? If I go counterclockwise, how many turns from H to end up where E is? Wait, I said that wrong. E to become H, yeah, 2. 1, 2. 2 turns counterclockwise. However, the answer should not look like this. I don't want turns, I want degrees. 3 turns is how many degrees? One more time? 216 degrees. I'm going to say 260 degrees clockwise. How about the other one? 2 turns is how many degrees? 144. Your final answers will be 216 degrees clockwise, 144 counterclockwise. Oh, okay, something kind of cool. 3 plus 2? Go quickly, Sharyar, but you're going to be missing the 5. There were 5 sides over here. What's 216 plus 144? 360. The degrees are always going to add to 360. These 2 will always add to the number of sides. So if you say 3 clockwise and 4 counterclockwise, you did something wrong. It's always going to add to the number of sides you have. I want you trying letter E, and then we'll do another shape. Try. Okay, hold on a moment. Ah, I'm abbreviating clockwise and counterclockwise. So E to H, clockwise is going in this direction. It took 1, 2, 3 turns to get there. Counterclockwise is going in the other direction, so it took 1, 2 turns to get there. It's just the direction we're going. Okay, just go quickly, Ana Luisa. What was that? Okay. So we should be trying letter E right now, and when you're done, I want that in degrees, not just number of turns. Okay, so do that, but then turn that into degrees, and then do the other direction as well. Make sure there's a direction after it, clockwise or counterclockwise. And now try going in the other direction. I don't think so.
From G to F?
Well, no, from F to G.
From F to G is 1.
Got that. So now what if we go the other way? How many turns will it take if you go?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And you add them up, it gives you 5. Good. What if you go clockwise now? How many turns?
What do they call it? My phone.
One. And one last thing. After this, I also want to okay, we're keeping our phone away, please. Thank you. Not right now, though. Ilya, what do you have for one of your terms? For E. For E. The problem I asked you to do. This is why when I say try the problem, I really need you trying the problem.
So I went 1 clockwise.
1 turn clockwise, so how many degrees is that?
2 degrees clockwise.
Okay, and what's the other one?
And 4 times 288 degrees
288 degrees
counterclockwise.
counterclockwise. And when you write these, I do want the final answers with the degrees and the direction like that. If you don't if you want to check it, add them up, see if you get 360. You should. Next page. Any questions here? Next page. I want you right now to figure out how many degrees in 1 turn and then stop. You're going to want your calculator. Do a problem to figure out the degrees in 1 turn of that shape. You should be starting with 360 divided by the number of sides we have to figure out degrees in 1 turn. Sarah, do you have degrees in 1 turn? What do you have? I like it. 360 divided by 6 should give you 60 degrees. Unfortunately, if that part's wrong, everything else kind of falls apart after that. What we're going to do now is make a chart. Turns, degrees. 1 turn, 60 degrees. You go fill in the rest of that chart. Question, Ilya.
No, I was going to answer this first.
Take a moment, fill in your chart, and then you'll give me an answer in a moment. Let's get the rest of that chart filled in. Well, no, okay. Once you have this answer, you can do 2 times 60. And then 3 times 60. 4 times 60 to get the rest of those. We're still working on this, Will.
I hate this shit. It's boring.
Enough, Will.
Boring.
I'm sorry that you're bored.
I'm sorry.
Either multiply them by the number of terms, or you can just keep adding full. Plus 60, plus 60. Right down to you know what? Let's just do this answer plus another 6.
Plus another 1.
fill that in. To get the next one for 3, just add another 60. And just keep adding those 60s every time. Okay, Ilya, can you tell me what the chart looks like? 2 turns is how many degrees?
20. And just know that the degrees and the turn.
Okay.
3 to 180. 240. 300 and 360.
240 is 4 turns. 5 turns is 300, and we don't need to go up to 6. I want you guys right now trying A through D. We already have the chart. See if you can do A through D. This might be another homework assignment that would be helpful to have these in front of you, because I think once you see how we started this, you'll remember how it worked. But I think without the notes, it might be a little tricky. Again, let's just go up through D. We'll check those, and then you'll try the bottom after we make sure A through D are correct. So, these are the ones where I tell you where starting and I tell you how you're moving. This is like the beginning, not like the end. So 360 is how many turns? 1. I want N. 1 turn clockwise. If you go 1 clockwise, I can make it easier. Like letter I. We're doing more like these problems than the ones left. The ones in the bottom, we're going to do differently down there. Right here, I just want to know the letter where you end up. Do you see what I'm talking about? We're doing A through D. Right now, we're doing A through D. Let's start going through it. Ilya, what did you say for A?
I said I.
So 1 rotation clockwise. You're going 1 time clockwise. I think that's going to be I. Good. Sarah, what about B? N. So I want to make 3 turns. I'm going clockwise. 1. Did you say N or M? N. I actually think it's going to put me where the M is. I think N would have been 4 turns. I think I'm going to go with an M.
That's what she said.
You were saying M? I think I should have asked you to give me a word that starts with that letter, because I can't hear anything anymore. We're going to go with M. Sarah's right. Sarah's always right. It's M. Yes, good. Thank you. Sorry about that. Tyler, what do you think about C?
I said M.
You said M. Maybe. Let's see. 4 turns counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I like that. And Sharyar, what did you say about D?
That's a D?
Yep.
I said N.
Which one?
N.
K. First, let's get our mask over our nose, please. This should be 5 turns counterclockwise.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
So counterclockwise means 1,
So it's N.
2, 3, 4. It's going to end up being M.
A lot of M's.
Okay, there are.
Yeah. That's why I did the other way, because I didn't want 3 M's.
But then it would have been wrong. I'd like you to try E, F, and G. Hello? Hi. She just disappeared. She went for a walk and hasn't come back. We're done in 5 minutes, but try E, F, and G right now. Just E and F. E and F's good enough. No, it's all good. Should I send her? I don't know. Perfect. I will do that. Did you have a chance? Did you do a check-in yet? Okay, so I will maybe suggest that we do that. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, we're trying E and F. And remember, when you're done, need it in degrees, not just number of turns. There are always going to be 2 answers to these, one clockwise and one counterclockwise. I think 4 turns clockwise. I think 2 turns counterclockwise. I think E should be 240 degrees clockwise and 120 degrees counterclockwise, I think. Right, but we're still keeping phones away. That is the class rule all the time. And I feel like we've had this talk many times. I would like your phone to stay away. We don't need the distractions. Number 4, letter F is actually the same answer. 4 turns counterclockwise, 4 turns clockwise, 2 turns counterclockwise. So 240 degrees clockwise, 120 degrees counterclockwise. Let me explain the homework because there's a review for the quiz in there in addition to